Guys, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. It is Friday, August 28th. Hope you're having yourselves a fantastic Friday. I know I am. College football is here. It's upon us. We have an action-packed FCS slate today. Also MLB and WNBA. But then obviously tomorrow, kicking off week 0 of college football. North Carolina and TCU. Hopefully you're having yourself a fantastic Friday. I know I am. For the next hour or so, we're just going to be placing a fuck ton of bets and making some cash. It's going to be a lot of fun. So, we got a Prize Picks Flex Friday, as always. Some discounts on Better, and a lot happening. Got some preseason football that we're also going to want to take a look at. So, appreciate you guys tuning in, hanging out, and let's get into this. If any of you, let me know in the chat, have you been betting on the U.S. Open? I was doing some live betting earlier today. It went very well. And so, hopefully you guys have been taking advantage of doing a little live betting. All right, so let me minimize myself. We got the OddsJam Plus EV screen up here. Rory, what's going on, man? Let's do this, brother. Let's do it. Okay, so a lot to jump into, but we only go where the value is. I don't really give a shit if the value's not there. We're not going there. We're only doing what we want to do. So right here with Caitlin Clark over on rebounds, Cole Drake under on pitcher hits allowed. Pinnacle loves both of these. Really solid edge. These edges aren't good enough to play in a 2-pick slip, but we can definitely play in a 4-pick. So let's go and see if we can find this Caitlin Clark play first. Over on rebounds. The thing about the WNBA right now is that the field is set for the playoffs, so there isn't a lot to play for everybody else. There just really isn't. And obviously, guys, there's been some changes to like no vig with percentages. Underdog now is going percentages. Depends on where you see your app. Sometimes I get the 1.87x, the multiplier. Sometimes I get the percentages. It's no problem. We'll be able to figure it out either way. We're looking at the under on hits allowed for Cole Drake. Cool. We got McClanahan over on earned runs. Okay. It's going to be a 4-pick slip. It's going to be a flex entry. And I'll share this with you guys as soon as we have it all cooked up, ready to go. And then we have David Hamilton on bases. Basically the same kind of play here with both. Pinnacle likes both of these. So we'll go with Hamilton. We'll make this strictly a positive EV Pinnacle slip. Total bases. There we go. Flex entry, guys. I'm going to be in for my max. I can only play this for 25 bucks. Trust me, I'd love to play this for more if I could. I'll take a little screenshot here. And let me share this link. There is the first slip of the day, guys. Link is in the chat. What's up? Appreciate you guys tuning in. So, I got a little zero sugar yarditos. Enjoying this right now, yarditos. I know if my girl's watching, she's going to roast me if I mispronounce it. And let's see what else we got cooking. This Kelsey Mitchell play under on points looks pretty good on Better. We got a couple discounts. We got the Cease discount, the Jackie Young discount. I'm going to go with the Cease over on strikeouts discount on Better. And then we'll grab this this Kelsey Mitchell play under on her points. All right, there's that one. And then let me go over sharp money. What do we got for sharp money? Hunter Brown or, again, Kelsey Mitchell. We'll go with Hunter Brown. So sharp money and Pinnacle like this under on Kelsey Mitchell. So we're going to go with Hunter Brown over on his hits allowed. This is going to be our 3-pick slip. We can only play this for 10 bucks. Highly advised for those of you that are new to playing DFS to use Better first and Prize Picks. Like they give a lot of discounts. Like right now with Better, you can only play these 3-pick slips for 10 bucks. So it's a nice kind of introduction into the shallow end of the swimming pool. You're not going to lose your shirt playing these kind of slips because we can only play for 10. So another reason why I'm just kind of a big fan of Better, because one of the plays is a discount, and then you can only play for so many dollars to take advantage of the discount. All right, we got that slip in. I'll share this link with you guys. And then we're going to look for Prize Picks, right? Prize Picks. If you guys haven't played your NCAA free square tomorrow on Jordan Maeva on his passing yards, you're definitely going to want to do that. We can look for that as well. All right, here is that 3-pick slip. Slimy, yo. What the fuck is going on, guys? Hopefully you're having an awesome Friday. I'm fucking fired up. I'm ready to rock and roll. Lauren Betts under on points. You can grab this at Prize Picks or on Better. Let's focus on a Prize Pick slip. That's what I would like to do. So if you haven't used your Maeva discount for college football, you could play the Lauren Betts play on there. I'm just going to play this as a Flex Friday slip. And again, guys, I would love to play this as a 5 pick, but if we can't, then I'll play it as a 3 pick. Lauren Betts under on points. Love fading these chicks when it comes to betting the under on points. All right, let me grab her. Taking me a minute to find her. There we go. Okay, what's the next play on Sharp Money? We got anything else? We're getting really low in liquidity here, so we don't. So we got the Lauren Betts play. You could also take that Lauren Betts under, pair it with one of your discounts on Better, and I guarantee you we're going to find a third pick here. But I'm looking to make a Prize Pick slip. Angel Reese under on points. Interesting. We got some different. According to Pinnacle, they like these plays. Obviously, there's a lot of underdog value, which we'll come back to here momentarily. Let's go over and look at FanDuel. See what FanDuel thinks. Asher, yo. How about your boy, Asher? Micah yesterday cashed in the first FCS slip. His first play yesterday cashed. He's got a couple on the board today that I'm excited about. His play on New Haven was elite. Got it at like minus 106. It's already up to like minus 145. So good. Talking about Micah, guys, over in the Edge Zone Discord. He is an absolute, extremely super sharp college football bettor. And NBA, if Micah's watching, and NBA. Shane said, ended to Vegas Sunday. What books did you use apps there besides MGM? Shane, I really didn't do a lot of betting in Vegas because my personal MGM account is toast. And I was just too lazy to drive over to the Strip to go bet over there. Man, we're having a hard time finding Prize Picks plays right now. So I spent obviously a lot of my time, speaking of Circa. Really just Caesars and MGM is the only two that's really going to be worth it for you in terms of easier books to beat. So it's just going to be MGM and Caesars. You know, my Caesars account, my MGM account, those accounts got nuked like 4 years ago. So, you know, it wasn't really worth it to me when I was over there to do it. So I didn't bet a lot, if at all. A little disappointed for Prize Picks right now that we really can't find much, at least on the EV tool or the Sharp Money tool, because I was hoping to cook up some kind of slip here, guys. Honestly, we're just going to go with this. We're going to kind of transition and just use this Lauren Betts under and place this with the pair it with the Jackie Young discount on Better. It's just the way it goes right now. I would love to cook up some Prize Picks. It just is not there right now. Where's Lauren Betts? There we go. So we need to find one more play here. We talked about this Kelsey Mitchell play. I could add that again if I wanted to. Angel Reese under on points. It does have a small edge for a 3 picks slip. But let me go back to FanDuel, see if FanDuel has anything for Better that they like. Of course, now as soon as I say Prize Picks, there was a play, it just left. Cameron Brink under on rebounds. Let's go. I love fading these chicks all day long betting unders. Cameron Brink plays for the Sparks. This is going to be the Jackie Young discount on Better. There's just better value right now, man. They also got a 25% WNBA boost. So that's solid. Let me share this link with you guys. So we got 2 Better slips and an underdog slip. Yeah, Shane. If you can remember when you go hit MGM up at the kiosks, you know, I'm assuming that you're going to be using some kind of software that's going to tell you the sharp plays. Let me know, you know, whenever you come back a few days from now on the stream, were you able to actually capture any of those plays? You know, were the plays that you were seeing on your phone that was telling you to bet it, could you actually get it at that price at the kiosk? You know, obviously, I think a lot of people that in this stream, if they're going to Vegas, they would be interested to know because it would definitely make it worthwhile to attack MGM. Slimy Donna on her tennis for Prize Picks. That could be... I was assuming that like Pinnacle would be sharp to it. Am I looking for today? Date range? I mean, I can look for the next 7 days. That's fine. I don't really mind that. And I know, guys, we didn't have a stream yesterday, and we didn't have a stream on Wednesday. I'm kind of soaking up the last of the off season, if you will. As we get into football season, guys, it's back to all systems go. You know, tomorrow is a huge celebration. It's awesome that FCS football started yesterday and it's here. But, you know, we got the D1 programs playing tomorrow. So, you know, there's not going to be many missing days moving forward in terms of live streams. I'm just, you know, I know we're at the end of summer for me in terms of streaming and betting. And so I'm just kind of enjoying the last couple days before we ramp this fucker up and really get after it. Let's go to sharp money. What do we got? You could do this Bobby Witt play as well over on his hits plus runs plus RBIs. That looks really good. You can play this Lauren Betts play really wherever you want it. Lighty under, and then, all right, so we're going to hit this up on, I'm going to do one more underdog slip here. Lighty under on points. I might not be able to play this Kelsey Mitchell play because I can't remember. 27.5 points and rebounds. And then we got Bobby Witt over on his hits plus runs plus RBIs. And then Drew Anderson on pitcher walks, which is just not a category you normally see. Flex this. Will they let me do it? Yeah, they will. Great. So it's going to be another 4-pick slip on underdog. Did I get it in there? Nice. There we go. Also, I've mentioned this in previous streams, and I appreciate anyone that does support Rory. I know you support, and I appreciate it, man. You don't have to, but I appreciate you going out of your way to do it. I do some content, guys, with my girlfriend that has nothing at all to do with sports betting. And so we just dropped our second episode of our podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, YouTube. And then we do post content on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. So if you guys want to check it out, definitely check it out. I'll just drop the link tree here. It's a little bit easier. You can check out the newest episode we dropped yesterday. But we're on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. I'm forgetting one of them. We're on all the socials. But definitely check it out if you're interested. It's just kind of turn your brain off, kind of laugh, funny kind of stuff. It has nothing to do with sports betting, but, you know, we're obviously an interracial couple, so it's kind of fun to talk about differences in cultures. So just click that link there, guys, for the link tree if you want to check it out. You don't feel obligated to, but Rory, I always appreciate you supporting it, man, because I always see you in there. And we're trying to get back to more of a normal cadence of we're looking to drop an episode of a podcast every other week, and it's video and audio, so it's a lot of fun. All right, so let's go take a look right now at the Traders tool. Let's get into the Traders tool and some different plays. Rangers on the money line. I don't like that this Traders only bring it back a less than 2% ROI, so that's not something I'm really crazy about. Basically, Rory, I did. I really thought I really just assume, and I gotta believe my girlfriend's listening to this right now, this live stream. She likes to live in the shadows. I had to assume that, like, anytime that we stop for a security checkpoint with the cops down in Mexico, I just assume that the cartel runs the police down there, and, like, you know, I could be taking my last breaths. Luckily, that hasn't happened. Don't like this Phillies play either, but Perry, don't like that one. Royals, man, there's a lot of plays I don't like. We're kind of copying the same trader. The reason I don't like this, guys, this trader's ROI is just very low. I don't like that. Here's a little bit better of a one. Mystics on the money line. This trader's bringing back over a 9% ROI. But no doubt, Rory, anytime that we stop at, you know, a checkpoint and going to where she lives, we hit about 4 or 5 checkpoints and haven't gotten pulled over yet, haven't gotten asked any questions. I can speak Spanish. Okay, I'm not great. I'm all right. I can get around. And so far we haven't gotten stopped. But I definitely shit my pants every time we're slowing down for a checkpoint. Well, SEC, it just, I mean, it's a good question. It just depends if no vig is going to enter Arizona. It's a no vig decision. They can come to Arizona. It's just, no vig decided that there were 3 states they didn't want to mess around with. I understand Nevada a bit more, why they didn't enter Nevada, but Michigan and Arizona were the other states. I don't know, man. Your guess is really, honestly, as good as mine, because it's just disappointing. So obviously, like here, guys, on the Traders tool, like we're seeing this nice play on the Mets. Slippage isn't great here. You can't get it as good of a price. Probably getting it like -110, -115. But Traders got good ROI. But again, this is more of a no vig type of play. That Mystics play, there's only $172 available. I'm happy, SEC, that we have Profit X. That's awesome. But obviously, there's a lot of opportunities on no vig. Shane, yeah, we have a YouTube channel, Shane. Gotta grab it. Dabble, D-Rich? Not really. Like Lauren Betts under 7.5 points. That was the one play for the WNBA. She's the center for the Mystics. But there just wasn't any other options for Dabble at the moment. In terms of that, I'll drop the link in there as well for those of you. And only, guys, obviously only if you find value in it, enjoy that type of content. It's definitely different than what we normally do. Should have just went back to YouTube, actually. So yeah, those that want to check out the YouTube, we do a lot more short form content than long form, but there's the link for the YouTube channel there. Appreciate all the subscribers. Started it about 3 or 4 months ago. Saying this one trader, as you can see, they are quite active. They're not betting a lot here, but they are quite active. Seahawks on the money line. This is obviously preseason football. If you want to grab this, tail at your own risk. I'm not really looking to jump into a lot of preseason football games for week 3. I'm really just kind of looking to stay away from week 3 and just focus on Patriots, Seahawks, in now officially less than 2 weeks. I got a lot of fantasy football drafts coming up in the next week or two. I'm curious to know, for those of you that haven't drafted yet, I feel like 99% of everyone that's doing their fantasy football draft before the season is going to do it on Labor Day. I feel like that's like just the one day that everyone's like, yo, you want to like draft on Labor Day? But I'm excited about that. I'm actually going to be in 2 leagues now this year. I didn't think I was going to be in any, but I'm going to be in an Odds Jam league, which is going to be fun. But I'm going to be in it with Ian Harditz, and Ian is like fucking super sharp at fantasy football. He literally does it for his day job. So like this is the one time where I'm like, shit, there's like at least 1 or 2 people in this Odds Jam league that are like sharp on fantasy football. Tempo plus 15.5. Again, slippage isn't great here, but if you want to grab it, it's fine with me. As I mentioned, guys, we are, I know we talked a little bit WNBA. We are in the point of the season with the WNBA. All the playoff teams are locked in. I understand there's going to be some positioning between teams that have made playoffs, but all the teams that are eliminated from the playoffs are eliminated. So, we have about, and after tomorrow, or after Sunday, guys, the WNBA takes a 2.5-week break. But there's only each team has, I think, maybe 5 or 6 regular season games left. There's really not much to play for. So just keep that in mind. We talk a lot about end of season. We're going to be getting to that point here in baseball in a few weeks where there's some teams are not going to have really anything to play for. And that is when you can find yourself in a bad spot, sometimes sharp sports betting, because there can be uncertainty at times with, well, is this player going to play the full game? Is this player going to get their normal minutes that they normally get? All right, let's look at some yes runs, no runs first inning plays. Yeah, exactly, Rory. For those of you that are curious, over here on OddsGM, guys, down here at the bottom, we have a bunch of calculators. You could Google search OddsGM calculators. It's going to pull these up. These are all free to use. So an odds converter calculator, if you see 55% that just type it in the probability. This is a good lesson for those of you that lean heavily on American odds. Win probability and odds, whether it's fraction, decimal, American, it's the same thing. Win probability and odds are in a marriage for life. So 55% means minus 122. 75% means minus 300. 25% means plus 300. So just come over here to your odds converter calculator, and then you can also type in your bet amount up here. This is something I personally requested OddsJam change, that we could have a simple calculator, because I was using Action Network's calculator for like 3 years till they finally made the change where you can type in your bet amount, you can type in the odds that you have, or if you don't really know. So that's why I think it's decimal, like 1.87. I can't remember if it's decimal or fractional that you see on sometimes if Underdog doesn't do percentages. But percentages just mean simply the same thing. So you're not going to get ripped off. But there we go. Do you know anyone that uses do you know anyone that offers arbitrage betting tutorials? ArbThief used to believe, I've been a while. He still does them all the time. I don't know if he's done them in the last couple of weeks, Scott. But all you have to do, Scott, is go to ArbThief, go on his Twitter page, and just scroll. Just scroll until, like, and I'm talking, so you're just gonna have to scroll for like previous weeks, and you'll find one where he has posted. He has his trainings. So that's the one way that you can find ArbThief, is if you just go on his Twitter profile and then just scroll. You might have to go like a month back, and you'll find one of his trainings that you can then pull up and just watch. So I don't know really anyone else that does arbitrage trainings for free. So that's what I would say. I don't really notice anyone else that does those. I want to take a look at just some yes runs, no runs first inning, and then we'll look at maybe some home runs. We'll definitely look at some football plays for today as well. First inning total runs, date ranges for today. We're going to go with Major League Baseball. OddsJam did make a couple tweaks, guys, to the custom EV formula builder, just the way that they show the sharp books, but we're back working, baby. This is all working now. Let's go power default. And I'm not going to set up an odds range or a percentage. I guess a minimum percentage I'd like to see is like at least 1.5. Anything that has a 2% edge or higher, I'm willing to take. So, of course, I'm getting teased with the Rockies and the Braves on the under here. But this is a play possibly with the Mets and the Astros on the over on ProfitX. You can see here, guys, Pinnacle circa backing odds, which is nice. They're saying this is an over 2% edge play. They're telling me to wager $90 on this play. So that's what I'll do. Come over here to ProfitX. And any play that has a 2% edge or higher, I'm definitely willing to bet. So this is the Astros Mets. First inning, yes. Even though it's plus 119, remember, the way ProfitX Kalshi, everyone makes their money, it's through fees. So the winning bettor has to pay a small fee into here. I'm going to bet it for literally what OddsJam tells me to bet, which is $90. Again, if I can place the bets on screen in front of you so you know I'm not bullshitting you, there's no way that I could literally fake submitting this bet. OGs and DGens know this, but if you're new to the stream, one of the things that differs me from others that talk about sports betting is that you'll watch me place the bets in front of the screen on you, or in front of the screen, so that you can see that, like, I can't fake this. Like, you saw my balance go down, you saw me execute the bet. So if you can appreciate my honesty there, and that I'm placing these bets in front of you so that I'm not telling you to bet it, like I actually am betting this myself, then make sure to smash that subscribe button. It's the #1 way to help me grow. So there's that play. Anything below 1.5, I really should have just put this at 2%. I don't care about the Orioles play, the Padres play, the Rangers play. Now, again, with Kalshi, Polymarket, ProfitX, No Vig, you can create your own prices. You can go over there and say, you know what, man, I don't want to pay minus 108. Maybe you want this at like minus 101. So you click this calculator right here. You type in minus 101. You're like, yo, that's a 5% edge. That's solid. Even if you had to pay a small fee and got it at minus 103, that's still really good. So I could go over to ProfitX and create orders on this Orioles game if I wanted to. The EV analysis is something that's kind of new to the positive EV tool. Really nice. You can just quickly see which sports books, if any other ones, are offering plus EV value. If they're not, then, obviously in this case there isn't. It's just no VIG. But these would be the two plays that I would definitely go after. Let me pull up ballpark pal. And guys, as we are starting to get closer to football, obviously tomorrow kicks it off, and then in 11 days we have, or 12 days we have NFL football. I'm going to be kind of backing away a bit from betting on baseball home runs and player props specifically, because we are starting to get into the final month of the season. And like I said, some teams just don't have much to play for, and it's a little harder to know what you're getting, especially the last week and a half of baseball. So in terms of weather, the best park today for weather, it's always number one, Sutter Health Park, where the A's play, taking on the Orioles. It's also the best venue for most runs. The worst venue for runs today, Comerica Park, Busch Stadium, Oracle Park, Progressive Field, Target Field, for home runs at least. So how I like to attack home runs, it's pretty simple. Again, I do lean on Pinnacle quite a bit. I like to use additive. I go to Pinnacle. You don't have to really select Major League Baseball because there's not many other leagues that are offering home run props. So it's pretty simple. And then that's pretty much it. Obviously, you could select the sports books that you have accounts with. I just keep them all checked off. And the top play today is Travis Bazzana, Kalshi. And then this play for Garrett Mitchell, there's only $53 available. I would definitely go grab that. Same with JT Realmuto on Fanatics. This is just too big of a long shot for me. Again, if you want to see what the fair price is, what's the actual fair chance you have of winning this bet? Because most people don't have a clue. If you ask your buddies, when they tell you, yo, I just bet on the Cowboys on the money line, you're like, well, what's your fair win chance? What's your fair win probability? They'll look at you like you have 9 heads. They have no idea what you're talking about. So over here in the top left-hand corner, you're going to see on Bazzana, we have a 12% chance. Garrett Mitchell's 13%. Remember, we're betting on a guy to hit a home run. So this is a long shot underdog. So if you don't like betting on 12 and 13% plays, that's okay. Just ignore everything on the screen, right? But understanding your actual fair win percentage, right? We're getting odds that are paying us out way more than what that fair win percentage is. So we're getting paid out at Kalshi at 868 odds. So if I type in 868 over here, that's a 10.33% chance, right? But leaning on Pinnacles or Sharp Sportsbook, it's telling us, yo, you actually have a 12% chance. So we're getting paid out like we have a 10% chance, but we really have a 12% chance. Now, this is me believing that Pinnacle is the most accurate sportsbook out there when it comes to player home runs. And that's not entirely true because it's a gray area, but I lean on Pinnacle more often than others, right? So I really like this. There's a ton of Kalshi plays. So Benintendi to go deep, Bobby Witt Jr. to go deep, Nathaniel Lowe to go deep. And these all have high edge plays. Something else that you're going to notice with positive EV betting. When you start betting on plus 646 or plus 1,000 odds ranges, you will start to see the EV edge become very high, 15, 20, 30% EV. And so that's also a bit of, it's probably not that high of EV. It might not be 22%, but it's probably 10 to 12%. The problem is that when you increase or widen your odds range, the plays that you're going after. So instead of going after minus 110 or plus 110, you start going after minus 800 or plus 800 or plus 2,000. You start to really increase your variance when you go after long shot underdog plays. And a lot of people, and it's not a knock, it's just a lot of people can't deal with the variance. They can't deal with the fact that they might place 4 bets on 4 different dudes and maybe only one of them goes deep. And they're like, oh my God, this is horrible. I only hit on one of them. Well, you don't understand your chances of actually winning. They're quite low. Now, Bobby Witt Jr., because he's such a stud as a hitter, actually has an 18% chance, right? So just for those of you that are new, that's why I don't mess around with home runs as much. I bet a lot of them last year. I've just they're not my thing this year so far. All right, so let's get back to the EV tool. Now remember, guys, use an OddsJam, use code Billy35. All the tools that I use here, I use them every day. We're going to start with Sharp Money, actually. and you're going to get a 1-week free trial, 35% off your first month after the 1-week trial ends. This is a great time to take advantage of the 1-week free trial. And when you're talking to customer service at OddsJam, tell them that Billy said that you can get platinum 1 week for free. So that you can live bet, live arbitrage, live EV. You'll get the global sports books like Bovada and BetOnline and Bookmaker and Bet105. You'll get all those books. But tell them I told you you're going to get platinum 1 week for free. And if you want to take it a step further and tell them that I told you that you can get platinum 1 month for free, you can't. I'm not saying you can, but if you just want to throw me under the bus and lie through your teeth just to try to get as much free shit as you can, then bro, hats off. I'm all for that. Do it any way that you can. Tell them I told them you can get it free for a year. They probably won't believe you, but fuck it. Just try it anyways. You never know. Get as much free shit as you possibly can. Let's go over here let's go WNBA, MLB. We'll look for some UFC, and we're going to look for some soccer. We got EPL matchups. We got a lot to fucking get to. It's going to be a good time. Hopefully you guys are having a kick-ass Friday. Appreciate you hanging out with me. So let's do this. Let's go for some player props. We'll stick with main markets as well. And we'll do a little bit of a, where's the, bro, I'm thinking we're on the EV tool. We're on the sharp money tool. Player props, let's just go here. What do we got? Top play right now is Red Sox on the money line. Guys, like, stop what you're doing right now. This is fucking insane. One person wants this play for $76,000 and somebody else wants it for almost $31,000. They wanted a plus 141, plus 144, courtside. I'm going to fire up my courtside right now. I got to log in off to the side here. This is insane. Appreciate it, Shane. Appreciate you, man. What do we got? I want some Red Sox money line. I can't say I've ever seen totals this high. We got the Mariners for $93,000. This is nuts. If you guys don't know, courtside offers slightly better money line odds than DraftKings. They copy DraftKings, but they offer slightly better odds. So Red Sox. I'm gonna go in for $200. Location required. Got to give me my, okay. All right, I'm just gonna do it on my phone then. Just gonna do it on my phone. Insane price. So before I jump all over this, remember guys, that means they're offering the Yankees at minus 141, which is a really good price. And first pitch is in less than like 45 minutes. I mean, if you guys don't get hard as a rock looking at this play right now, I don't think you have a pulse. So I'm going for $200 on the Red Sox on the money line. That's so good. We're in on courtside. Next up, Mariners. Money line. Somebody wants this at plus 135. Bet Rivers. Desert Diamond. I'm going to log into Desert Diamond right now. This is MLB money lines. This is so good. So good. So somebody wants this for almost $7,000 at plus 135. Somebody else wants this for almost $27,000 at plus 138. Same scenario. First pitch is in less than 45 minutes. And that means they're going to offer you the Blue Jays at minus 138. That's the same price that Pinnacle's offering. So it's not like these people are trying to get like an arb. This is so good. Let's get the Mariners. I'm going to bet them for the same amount. 138, $200. It moved to 130. Give me a fucking break, bro. 130 is a bit of a drop off. I'm not going to lie. That's a pretty big drop. I don't want them at 130. You know, I talk about 5 to 7 cents. That's too big of a drop for me. So I'm not going to take it there. If you guys want it, go grab it. I'm in on the Red Sox. You can grab the Red Sox at DraftKings or Onyx. Definitely check them out there. For those of you that haven't signed up with Onyx, I mean, courtside's great. We talked about courtside. If you deposit $10, bet $10, using code Billy25, you're going to receive $50 in bonus bets. Link is there in the chat. Check them out. Just go sign up with Onyx. They're solid. But courtside, for sure. Man, that is some serious dope. Nationals on the money line, same deal. circa at plus, if you can get a plus 132, that's really solid. Kind of interested in maybe taking them at plus 126 on Profit X. No, courtside at 128. How much money I got left? Oh, I got 99 bucks. All right, I'm going to grab the Nationals. Same scenario. Game starting soon. 99. Awesome. Done. That's dope. So, a lot of conviction here. So, why would I trust this, right? Why do I trust this Nationals play? Why would I bet this? A few reasons, like I talked about. Pinnacle's taking $27,000. This person wants it for $53,000. So, that's almost double what Pinnacle's taking. Number two is this person is offering the Marlins at minus 130. Well, if you look at the Marlins side right here, minus 130 is a really good price. Like it beats DraftKings, it beats FanDuel, which means they just want plus 130. And if they get their order filled at plus 130, guys, it's not like they're going to be able to arb out of this play. They're not going to be able to do that, right? So if they get their order filled and a bunch of people bet the Marlins and they get plus 130 on the Nationals, like they can't arb this at Pinnacle or DraftKings or FanDuel. They can low hold it at Hard Rock, but no one's putting up this kind of money trying to low hold a play. So that's why I'm so bullish on the Nationals. And that's why I'm so bullish on the Red Sox, right? So good. Rob, what's going on, my man? Slimy said, I got a month for free when I mentioned you, so it does work. Slimy, bro, you got a month for free? Fuck Odds Jam. Give me a goddamn pay raise. I'm sending people your way. Give me a pay raise, goddammit. That's awesome to hear, bro. So like I said, guys, yeah, I mean, I don't really care. You tell Odds GM whatever you want to tell them. I told you could have Platinum for free for a month, for 3 months, for 6 months. They're basically, treat them like a used car salesman and just work them over as hard as you can. Moneyline, Perry, plus 149, plus 146 on DraftKings. Okay. Pinnacle's taking about 8K. All right, not bad. And then preseason football, like I said, guys, if you want to go in, go ahead. This is Heritage and Offshore Sportsbook. Hard Rock on this over on the Chiefs game. I'm not touching NFL football. I'm definitely not. So, no thank you. Orioles money line. Somebody wants this at plus 102 for $15,000. I can get this at plus 100 odds right now on FanDuel. Orioles on the money line. Now, this is a little different. This game does start a little bit later. All right, so Orioles money line, FanDuel. Where the hell's it at? It's minus 102. Now it's minus 104. See, like I'm not going to bet it at minus 104, but as you could tell, Sharp Money Tool, we're moving the market. That's a good signal from the Sharp Money Tool. It's saying, yo, it was a really good price at plus 100, so much so that FanDuel's line is moving. We're talking the largest sports book in America has just moved 4 cents off the price that we wanted to get it at. Now, I'm not going to go and get it at minus 104, but, yo, it's a nice sign to see. All right, same here. Pitcher strikeouts, Brandon Young. Pinnacle's taking $500 on the over, $785 on the under. I'm kind of doing a deep dive here, guys, on the Sharp Money Tool. So if this is confusing to you, you're in the right place. So remember, all these green bars right here, this is the price that you or I can go over to Novig or ProfitX and bet the under 4.5 at. We can bet the under 4.5 at minus 120 for 484 or ProfitX at $168 for minus 121. So all these green bars mean that these people want the opposite. They want the opposite price and they want the opposite side. So if we're being offered to bet the under, that means everybody that has these green bars, they want the over. And if someone's offering minus 120, that means they want the opposite. They want plus 120. This individual that's offering minus 121, they want odds at plus 121 on the over. I know it can be a bit confusing. So the highlighted play up here is what the Sharps want, the side that the Sharps want it at. And then these are the prices down here. And this tool is just like, yo, you can get the same price or a better price over at Bovada. You can do that. So that's what we're looking at right here. Right? So that doesn't mean that you go to DraftKings and bet this at plus 106. We're still very price sensitive. But you can see that somebody wants this at plus 129 for $2,100. I don't know people that are ripping $2,000 bets on player props. You can't bet $2,000 on a player prop on MGM or Bet Rivers or DraftKings. You just can't. But you can on Novig and you can on ProfitX. That's why this tool, in my opinion, has a lot of value. No problem, Scott. No problem at all, man. All right. If you guys can't tell, I'm fucking fired up. So, custom EV formula builder. Let's look for, right now, MLB. Let's look at WNBA. We're going to probably spend like maybe 5 minutes using this tool. We're going to look for, we'll go for main markets and player props. We're going to use Pinnacle, Circa, Bookmaker, and we'll use FanDuel. And we would like to see at least 2 sharp sports books agree with each other. DVIG settings is going to be power. What do we got? And then we're going to take a look at college football. And then we're going to take a look at soccer and UFC. Okay. So this is, again, taking multiple sports books. And if they agree on a play, you're going to see that pop up here. Now, I don't have an odds parameter set up. That's why you're seeing these bet the under on Dalen Lyle to not hit a home run tonight. Yuri Perez on pitcher outs. Pinnacle and FanDuel think that there's almost a 2% edge here. This is my preferred way to attack plays using the positive EV tool. Bringing multiple books together, sharp books together. Again, using my code Billy35, you'll be able to do so for, if you're like my man Slimy, you can get it for a month. So check this out, right? Now, normally, what's my thresholds, right? So it depends on what we're attacking. If it's player props, I like to see 2 sharp sports books agree to have at least a 2% edge or higher. And if you want to take that to 3%, that's fine by me. For mainline markets like money lines, spreads, totals, run lines, puck lines, I prefer to see at least a 1% edge or higher. Remember, there's more popularity with the main markets. You're betting the total runs on the Red Sox game tonight, or you're betting the money line on a WNBA play. There's more popularity in the main markets. Why? Because you can get more money down on those markets. That's why those markets are a bit sharper. So I should probably put an odds range on this, to be honest. Let's go minus 200, plus 125. That's going to really shrink our options quite a bit. And we'll see what's happening. And honestly, I should have said a 1% edge up as my base minimum, but it's fine. So there's nothing here right now that I'm willing to bet. It's just too low. But Hunter Brown, 3% edge. No vig, under 17.5 outs. I like that. I like that quite a bit. Over first half runs, Mets, Astros, 4CX. I like this quite a bit. 4CX is a peer-to-peer sports book. Let me log in over there because I want to go bet this. I got like $80 in there, but fuck it. Minus 128. I'll bet it. I'll take that good edge. Yes, please. You can also go over, no, it's just 4CX. Minus 125. Love it even more. I'm already on the yes runs first inning, so why not? Come down here, first 5 over 3.5. It's now minus 127. Double check the minus 127 still has an edge. 2.5, like it. And I'll put my max of $80, or I'll go $81. Bingo, there we go. We're in. So minus 127 for $81. If I had more money, I would bet more on it. I like that, over 3.5 earned runs. A lot of no vig plays here. Again, Hunter Brown, yes, I would bet this under on the Padres and the Rays. There's only $215 out there. Now on no vig and poly market, there is an edge. It's a bit too low of an edge for me. I could go over to ProfitX and create a play, but I'm probably not going to do that. But for those of you that have no vig, go bet this. Even this Royals Guardians over 7.5, I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. Under 8.5 Royals Guardians. There is a world where it's a 5-3 ball game. This isn't sexy. People don't normally like to bet this because the edge is very slim and one side's telling you bet the over, one side's telling you bet the under. Again, guys, it all comes down to price. You're like, I don't get that, Billy. Why would one side tell us to bet the over, another side bets the under? Because it all comes down to price. If I gave you the over 7.5 at plus 1 million odds, and I gave you the under 8.5 at plus 1 million odds, you would want to bet both sides because you're going to make a lot of money on that trade. So price dictates everything. That's why I don't really die. That's why I'm not giving you stats on like the Padres and like their last 5 and how the matchups look and all that. I don't care about that because it's all about price. I don't give a shit what the pitching matchup is. The books have priced it in. That's why I don't talk about rosters or strategies. That's why I'm not going to be talking about offensive or defensive philosophies this football season. By the way, guys, this upcoming football season, going to be changing up the live streams a little bit. It's not set in stone just yet, so I don't want to say anything, but I am really excited for this upcoming football season. It's going to be a little different flavor. Still going to be about talking about sharp betting and placing sharp bets, but it's going to be a little different flavor for football, for NFL. I'm really looking forward to it. Patrick, what's up? What's up? What's up? Happy Friday to you, my friend. All right, so that's Major League Baseball. WNBA, it just didn't happen. We didn't see a lot. Let's look at UFC for tomorrow. Next 7 days, DVIG, you guys, if you don't know, I love BetOnline as my sharp book for UFC. We're looking at mainline markets, and I'm going to kind of wrangle this in again, minus 200. We'll take this up to like a plus 150. Show me something that has, let's go a 1.5% edge. And let's go MMA. 8 results. Point spread is not something I bet a lot on, but the main fight, Song Yadong, plus 5.5 DraftKings. If you want that, go grab it. I'm interested in this Lima fight. Over 2.5 on the rounds. Get this at Hard Rock, Circa, Ballybet. If it's not a Ballybet, I should be able to get a Desert Diamond, no? It's at plus 123. Oh, yeah. Let me go over to Desert Diamond and try to bet the max over there. My Desert Diamond account is slowly dying on me. But I'm still going to bet it. We're looking at Lima over 2.5 rounds. Let's go. Oh, no. We want that again. No, dude, bro. Dude, how about... There we go, Lima. And we're looking for fight lines. Over 2.5. 2.5 means at plus 125. Is that plus 125? Tell me about 190. I mean, if I could just bet 200, I would just do that. They won't let me do it. $93.14. All they're going to let me bet is $93. They won't even let me bet 200. You got to be fucking shitting me. They're scared, guys. I would love to bet more. They just don't let me do it. 93.14. Shane, appreciate that. Shane says, yeah, Patrick, we're definitely gonna look at that, man. Don't, brother. We got a lot to get to, so just buckle up. But I appreciate you reminding me. Yeah, I can agree with that as well. Now, I mean, Circa's on here. I just lean a little more BetOnline. If you want to stay away from this one, Shane, totally understand. And if you wanted to, we could go EV Formula Builder, we can go Circa, we can go BetOnline, and we can just do it this way as well. Another way we could do it. D-Goods, my question, since you said you don't look at matchups since it's already baked in the price, it makes sense, but then why do I see you when you're betting strikeouts, for example, you look at... I mean, you can. It's a good question, D-Goods. I mean, I like to provide different angles and strategies depending on the person. I used to look at most teams strike out the most. I do like that from time to time. Because, you can go after that. It helps because there are certain teams that maybe, there's both ways to split the pie and make money. So it's a good question you ask. There are people that get deep into the weeds and make a lot of money sports betting. They look at matchups. They look at last 5, last 10 in terms of how teams are performing. Or they know that maybe certain lineups against a righty or lefty do a little bit better, like maybe the Tigers tonight against their old ace Scooble. Maybe they do better against lefties. Maybe they don't. You can get deep into the weeds doing that. I used to like to look at strikeouts. I still look at it from time to time. Or you can just totally say, I don't need to look at that and just pick off books this way using a top-down approach. Both of them are going to work. Both of them are going to make money. It just depends on what you prefer. So that's why, I guess currently right now, I'm not looking at as much pitcher strikeouts like I was last year on team rankings. But it's definitely not something that's dead in the water by any means. No, not at all, Shane. You're not being an ass, man. Circa's a sharp book. I mean, like I said, when I was in Vegas, I spent a lot of time at Circa. I didn't really ever go to the kiosks. I just wasn't looking to attack it. Woodson and Jenkins on the over 2.5 on FanDuel. This looks really good. Over 2.5. 176 Woodson. Again, guys, if you don't really know these guys all that well, you can just type in their last name. Bam. And then total rounds. And will they let me bet 200? Yes, they will. All right, so went for 200 on Jenkins and Woodson. And this one will give you more confidence, 2% edge with Circa and BetOnline both agreeing on this play. So I definitely like that. Got some overs. Yeah, he goes, no problem. So, yeah, it's a great point that you bring up. And honestly, it's just something I've kind of forgotten about. I haven't used as much recently. But that's why I like to utilize all the tools over here. I know for those of you that love to arb, I know I haven't shown the arbitrage fans a lot of love. In my opinion, there's so much content out there on arbitrage, and there's so many other great people that, it's a fairly simple strategy in terms of how to make money doing it. The difficult part isn't like, does arbitrage betting work or can you make money with it? The difficult part is trying to figure out how to extract as much money as you can without cooking your accounts within the first, 5 arbitrage trades. That's the difficult part, for sure. Again, guys, this Song Yadong play, it's a good play. Just remember the point spreads. The books don't take nearly as much money on point spreads as they do on total rounds or money lines. That's why I don't bet it as much. What do we got? All right, let's look at some college football for today, because that's what I want to take a look at. So EV Formula Builder, when we go to college football, and we're going to be coming at you guys tomorrow. It's going to be an earlier stream tomorrow, guys, with college football coming back. We're going to be streaming at 11 a.m. Eastern tomorrow, 8 a.m. Pacific. So with college football returning, I want to get ahead of the matchup. So we're going to be streaming an hour before the noon kickoffs, assuming you live on the East Coast. So it's going to be 11 a.m. Eastern time. We're going to be showcasing that. I just want to look at mainline markets. And we're going to use the EV formula. I want to use Pinnacle. I want to use Circa. I'd like to use Bookmaker. Kalshi would be in possible consideration. And then 50% is fine for me. We can go power. I'm not really going to set any minimum odds. And we're going to look for, we'll just do next 7 days. That's fine with me. Is there anything at all? Do we got anything? Okay. Same rules apply here, guys. We're looking like for a minimum 1% edge, so probably should do it this way instead. That helps. Let's see what we got. Yeah, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of things that go into it, Wilbo. No doubt about that. For my no vig peeps, Virginia money line. Jacksonville State, North Dakota State. God damn it, everything's no vig. Under 46.5. Okay. So there is a lot. There is a lot when it comes to, there's a lot of different ways that you can look into it. Market movement, which way the steam's going, what's moving. UNLV minus 4.5. We got them on the money line, guys. I bet this, last Tuesday? Yeah, last Tuesday. And last week, price isn't quite working out for us, but we did bet UNLV money line. I'm not really as interested grabbing a -4.5 at the moment. Interesting here for my underdog people, those that maybe use like underdog predictions. Sacramento State, it is a heavy underdog, but solid edge between Pinnacle and Circa. Under 53.5, New Mexico State, Florida State. Interesting. Okay. And then Georgia Tech -6.5. Let me know if any of you guys watched the video I dropped a few days ago talking about NFL spreads. The same thing can be said for college football. The numbers might be slightly different in terms of percentages. 3, 7, 10 is going to be your 3 most important numbers when betting on spreads for football. So, Georgia Tech to win by a touchdown would be awesome. Pinnacle and Circa both agree there's a 1.5% edge here on no vig. There's only $187, so go grab that value for my no vig peeps. There we go. Shane, you know what? I think I didn't get a chance to, Shane. I think I forgot to. I went to, it starts with an S. It's the upstairs where the overhang bar is. It's like the New York style deli shop. I ate there. I ate at the burger joint there at Circa on the second floor, but I didn't go to Barry's. So I definitely screwed up on that one. And then I went to Gordon Ramsay's burger restaurant at the Flamingo on the Strip. Best hamburger I ever had in my life. Not even close. That was a special treat when the girlfriend came into town. We went to the Flamingo and went to Gordon Ramsay's burger restaurant, which was awesome. We did the chef's experience, and that was really, really cool. I'm excited to try a few more of Gordon's restaurants. Again, guys, this kind of is at my bare minimum threshold here. New Mexico State plus 31. I'm probably not going to go grab this on ProfitX and 4CX because it's just a little too low. So I'm not going to grab that. But that's what we got for college football at the moment. This is just looking at, 3 sharp books, and we need at least 2 books to agree. So, all right, we got that. All right, last thing I want to take a look at. Soccer. EPL, Bundesliga, La Liga, French League One. Next 7 days, we're going to take a look at main markets, and I don't need multiple sports books. I just need Pinnacle, baby. Just give me Pinnacle. So really, I'm just going to go here. I'm going to select the top leagues, all the main biggest leagues, guys. Serie A, La Liga, France League One. I'll even do MLS. I know MLS isn't on the same sphere here, but we're going to go with these leagues. I'm going to keep this again at a -200. We're going to go to a +150, and we're just going to use Pinnacle and Power. What do we got? Top plays. AS Roma on the money line? Interesting. Yeah, I got to try Hell's Kitchen for sure, Shane. Definitely got to try that. So we got some unders here. This is for Monday. La Liga, under 2. Pinnacle's taking about $3,000 on this. Okay, so this would be my Desert Diamond play. We're looking at, and I watch some soccer. I'm not though. I don't know. I can definitely say I love Desert Diamond because I can just copy this in there, and then just go more wagers. And we're looking for the under 2. Am I on it? No, it's all right. Let's go to. We're going to go to Asian lines. If you guys don't bet a lot of soccer, here in Asian lines, -129. They're telling us to bet $200. $74.63 they'll let me bet. Okay. $74.63, we're on this play. Solid edge. And if you're like, why are you placing a bet for Monday? For those of you that aren't familiar with betting on football, get ready. We're going to be placing so many bets on Monday and Tuesday for the upcoming weekend's games. It's just going to be a habit. And then tomorrow, MLS, Houston Dynamo, San Jose Earthquake. Telling me about $110. Let's go home. And I'm looking for San Jose. We're being told to bet the under 3 at plus 110. Obviously, guys, there's a couple reasons I like this line because obviously if it's 2-1 game, then it's a push. No problem at all. I'll just bet this is a flat $100. Will they let me do that? $26? Give me a break, bro. Come on. 26.46. I mean, they're such pussies. You gotta be kidding me. Gotta be kidding me. Draw tomorrow in League One for the first half money line. This is going to be a three-way market. I'll do the Cincinnati bet as well. Nashville, since I know I can't bet a ton, I'm just going to hit that up as well. $120, is that the price we want? That's the price we want. It won't let me do it. $24.25. I still bet it, guys, because like $24, we're talking like probably a profit of what? $29. I'll still take $29 all day long. It's what, $24.25. So remember, tomorrow's live stream, guys, is going to be at 11 a.m. Eastern. Dude, can't type. I might need to fire up the bet anything because this is looking nice. They got some solid value. This AS Roma play, I don't know if this is a real play. This is so broken if it is at minus 155. For those of you that, this is an offshore sports book, bet anything or bet any sports. That's a broken price. Oh my God. And then anything else, guys, I'm not really as interested in betting on. These unders, again, not the case. Too low of an edge. I mean, Arsenal and Aston Villa. One thing I will say for EPL, now this is on Monday. Man, I'm really tempted. It's just a bit too low of an edge for me. I'm probably just going to back away from it. Guys, that's the stream. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me. We covered a lot of ground, questions about any of the tools, strategies. Never hesitate to reach out. DM me on X or email me. But otherwise, guys, have a fantastic Friday. And I'll talk to you guys tomorrow